It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chocolate.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us...
Much actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and a diamond.
On a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go. He threw on the base. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Y'all playing the wrong football. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Watch the run.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Smith. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check 53.
On first down, Smith. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 66 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, pick your game up.
Here's Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Play to win. Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now it's gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First quarter, and now he already...
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 34 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
From the gun on third down, gone. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, a lot of play in the second half.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And a route is on here in this first half. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Pettis once again the target. And that takes us from second to third down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. A little late. Chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Check 53's Mike. Danny. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Same one. That's what I do. Check 52. Echo.
After the interception, here's Smith. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
First down, New York.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's first and 10.
Kill. Tighten up. Switch ball. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. Come on. You better bring it.
From From the gun, here's Smith. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
Rosas good with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Gurley. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They go play action with Brissett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs. All the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Squeeze, double. 6 guy. Check 6 guy. Go. Check.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Watch the screen. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 53 is the Mike. 53. Let's go one more.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming for you, son. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. We own them. Squeeze. Kill.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. He'll get it up the middle, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Touchdown. We got to roll. Just keep it rolling, baby. Keep it rolling.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Giants 42, Rams nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Brissett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Motion. Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike. Wahoo. You must be dreaming. Mike's 5-4. Mike ready.
A shotgun snap for Smith. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Heavy on the edges. Check 31. Go. Watch twist.
Throwing again. Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a 43-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Single.
Now Brissett. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
We'll call that an even 50 yards on the punt. with 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
All day, dog. Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Cut. Watch the twist.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. A nice little juke. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Joker. Alert 3. Bang.
They'll go to Barkley again, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
It's going to be a long day.
Finds his tight end, Ingram. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another? And he is in! Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4. Would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. Henry. Get a roll. West.
Out of the gun for Sam. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the call.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Throwing on second down, Brissett. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Throwing. Brissett. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Ready. Mike 54. Right here. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet,
Again, it's Brissett. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Brissett sets to throw it. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
For the field goal, a 53-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them. Opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schlep Rock, got that black cloud over their heads.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Zoom. Mike, check. 59. Big stop, D. Big stop.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Smith. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way down to the 12. A big play there for the Giants. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Barkley. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check the call. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Back to throw, Smith. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Rosas to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Brissett to throw on first. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They go play action here on first down. That's complete to Slayton. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Go! 54, Mike. Check back.
And they take a knee.
Smith on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Barkley. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but look better on that play. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. To throw, Brissett. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Throwing now, Smith. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Know your job. Mike, check, 59.
To throw again, Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. And the Giants send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. He'll take it at the 42. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Giants, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile for L.A.,